So on today's video, like from the title, you can tell I'm gonna sum up in some way. That is my pregnancy journey up until welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is GLORIA MUENI. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Yes, so it's been a while, I think 3 weeks now since I've posted, and I never wanted to be those people. But life happened, I got sick, plus it's getting harder finding time to film and edit the videos because I edit them myself and post them on time. Yes, it's a hassle, but we are back, hopefully for a longer run this time. And yes, I'm doing much better now. I'm okay. I didn't have COVID because everybody kept on saying I have COVID. By everybody, I mean my 3 friends. Yes, they kept on saying I have COVID. I didn't have COVID. I was just a bit unwell where I work, and my health kidogo disagreed. But I am feeling much better now and happy to be back to creating content. Yes, so another thing, I've talked so much, just judge introduced into the video Nisijui, where I'll insert the intro. But another thing is, a lot of you guys have been complaining that you comment on my videos and I don't comment back. But the issue is, most of you guys watching right now are either close friends or just friends or acquaintances. In short, people I've interacted with on a personal level, and so it's quite hard choosing whose comment to reply and whose comment to not reply, kwa sababu sijui najaribu kuwa fair. Yes, so I'll be reading out a few comments. By a few I mean like 5, so that's a few. Yeah, I'll be reading out like 5 comments every beginning of every video if I can. You know, also sometimes I shoot most of my videos at once, and you see like what happened the last time. The video I posted was the last one I had shot on that day, which in turn ikafanya I didn't have content to post for you guys when I was sick. So when I can, I'll be reading the comments. When I can't, well, too bad. But just know guys, I'm not ignoring. I think I go out of my way to at least like the comments, so msisikie vibaya, understand me please. Yes, so on today's video I want to read 3-4 comments from my last video, which is the labor and delivery video. And Waidera, hi Waidera, and Waidera says, "You're so strong, I'm so proud of you." Thank you, Waidera. A tribe called Sis, I really would love to know who you are. A tribe called Sis, it's the consistency for me, great video Gloria. And I'm sorry guys, unajua wengine wenyu mmekuwa mkinikumbusha that another week has passed and I've not posted content. Nawapenda sana. I'll put more effort. Girl, I'm proud of you. You are a strong lady. Abigail Zakaria, thank you. Lynn Opio, that's the girl who I was talking about in the previous video. My opinion, bravest to ever do it. My opinion too, I did a great job. Anyways, I think that's the few I can read for now. And yes, let's get into the video. So from the title of the video, I'm going to be doing facts, myths, and assumptions about pregnancy that I didn't know until I was pregnant and had my baby. We've already done my first trimester video, which if you haven't watched, kutakuwa na a card up here somewhere. So go back, watch it, or any other of my videos. So your first trimester, second trimester, or third trimester, or my labor and delivery video. So things that I learned on on the job. Yes. So first of all, I asked you guys on our YouTube sticker what your assumptions about pregnancy were. Thank you kwa wale mlijibu, kwa wale muli ignore, niliwaona tu. Niliwaona. Yes, and then me being me, I forgot to screenshot the responses, but I do remember some of them. So if only reply na a girl doesn't mention it, hakuchuki, I just forgot to screenshot the responses. Yeah. So where do I start? I will sort of arrange them from how I learned them, from the first trimester to the last, up to me delivering. Yeah. So the first assumption that I had is that morning sickness only comes in the morning. So the nausea, the vomiting will only happen in the morning. Man, was I wrong? Clearly, from what I've told you guys, me really feel like vomiting throughout my first trimester, all up until 14 weeks. Yes, I have a pencil, I was writing them down. So up until 14 weeks, anytime I'd feel nauseous and feel like vomiting, which is feeling nauseous. Yeah, so morning sickness does not only come in the morning. So something else that I didn't find out until here time is that my body will start producing milk huku mwanzo, in the first or second trimester. Personally, I thought mtoto akitoka, that's when the milk starts coming in. But no, me at 15 weeks, I had colostrum already, and when I found out, I thought something was wrong because I didn't understand how. Plus, it doesn't look like milk. That fast milkish, it doesn't look like milk. So when I was asking the doctor, the nurse, she was like, you should be quite happy. You won't have to worry whether your milk will come or not. But yes, that milk can come in, because mine, by the 15th week, that's when I noticed that I had colostrum coming out. Yes. Something else that I don't know if I can call it a myth or an assumption, is that when you're carrying a girl, your skin will break out. I was still out and about a lot during my whole pregnancy, and if you met me, at no point in my pregnancy did my skin break out. So most of these things are attributed to gender cause, and I came to realize even during my pregnancy that a lot of people assumed I was carrying a boy because of that one factor, the fact that my skin hadn't broken out. People say msichana anaimba urembo yako, your baby girl will steal your beauty. So that's why what is it called? Your skin breaks out when you're carrying a girl, apparently. But my skin never broke out at any point. If it were not for the scan, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would still claim that I was carrying a boy at that time. But no, my skin never broke out, but it can break out, and really badly for that matter. So another assumption, or something I never knew, is that, not an assumption, this is a fact, that your foot may grow. I know it sounds weird, but in size, not swelling. I don't mean swelling, because my legs haziko swell until 35th week, 34th week now mwisho, just near the end. But your mguu yako ita grow in size. So currently up to today, I cannot wear a size 3.5 the way I used to wear. So I can only wear size 4 only because now the size 3.5 ni kubahatisha zina end up kunifinya. Most of my shoes which I had bought fitting pre-pregnancy, I cannot wear them right now. Yes. Another thing is that your legs will swell. Not for everyone. May know that people whose legs haven't swollen, but huko mwisho kuna very high chances that your legs will swell kwa sababu ya water retention, the amount of water you're taking, also to the weight of the baby, things are changing in your body. Yeah, so your legs will swell. Something else I didn't know before pregnancy is that all newborn clothes are washed. And I know, sitting there, you're thinking, I don't know how stupid are you, that's common sense. But I used to think, since most of these clothes, I'm buying them new, why do I have to wash them? I really didn't want to wash those clothes. And in a lot of cultures, those baby clothes, seriously, zioshwe na a stranger that is now the washing lady, or kuna cultures where once you wash them before baby comes, hawezi zihang outside juu ya macho mbaya, things like that. I don't believe in them, but yeah. So that was something else I didn't know. Another thing I didn't know is that pregnancy privilege is a thing. There's some respect accorded to pregnant women, ladies, that is not even accorded to a lady who has a newborn. And it's facts. I've been in matatus where a lady amesimama carrying their newborn baby or an infant, a small child, like a really small child, and no one anamsimamia, no one anamu excuse me being one of the no ones. And when I was pregnant, there was no single day nilisimama kwa matatu, unless it was huko earlier on when people couldn't tell I was pregnant. But after the bump could show, sigewai simama kwa matatu, sigewai. When my belly ilikuwa, so I told you guys towards the end. Again, if you haven't watched my other videos, you should go back and watch them. When my stomach ikakuwa kubwa, it became big. So kwa matatus, singeka the seats nyuma ya hapo kwa conductor, kwa sababu sikuwa naweza kupita kwa hiyo njia ya hapo katikati. So hata ningepata matatu inaenda kufill up and the only seat remaining ya huko nyuma, makanga tell one person to switch seats with me, na watu wange switch willingly. Sometimes they didn't even have to be told. Ugeona akisimama kuswitch seats nikae somewhere comfortable, kuachwa kupita kwa line ya shopping in the supermarket, in the hospital. People were just generally really nice. Yeah. Something else I didn't know until I was pregnant is how many times I will need to pee. At some point, not even at some point, throughout your whole pregnancy, that baby will be on top of the bladder. And I'm saying that because I remember when nikifanya the ultrasound huko mwanzo, before now the tummy stuck out, I'd be told to drink water hadi nikue pressed, like hadi ni feel like I want to go to the washroom, so that here another fact I didn't know. Anyways, yeah, since you're not counting, I'm not counting because of the mistake I made when doing the 22 things about me video, so I'm just shouting facts, throwing them left, right and center. Yes, so I'd be asked to drink a lot of water hadi ni feel very full, and that's when nafanyiwa the ultrasound, the baby aonekane clearly. So when they grow bigger, huku mwanzo, the first trimester and mwisho, now when they're bigger, you will pee like your life depends on it, you will pee a lot. And I mean a lot, I'm not even exaggerating, you will pee a lot. Something else I didn't know is what round ligament pain is. There's something else, I'm forgetting the name, but those weird pains that come with pregnancy that see back pain only. So things like sciatica, that pain, it's where the baby analalia on a nerve, so una feel aka pain juu nerve is pinched. Yes, so hizo vitu mimi sikujua, mimi nilikuwa najua tu only of back pain, and that's it. Another thing, which is something someone said as another thing which was something someone said as an assumption is that you have to have money. You need to have, I don't know how she put it, I think she said you need to have money to have babies. And it is not an assumption, it is true. Let me explain. I might get a lot of clapback, lashback, whatever, because of saying that, but people do not talk about the expense that comes with a baby enough. I know we make fun of diapers are expensive, things like that, but it is not just diapers. If you think about it, this child hafai kulak, and we are lucky enough that those past 6 months and solely depend on the mom's milk, so at least unajua your child hata kanja. But why would you bring in a child, okay, jo utakuwa unaishi scared of them lacking? So children are expensive. Hakuna mtu angetaka mtoto wake kwanza at that wakiwa wadogo hivyo walale njaa or akose something essential. So plan well. There's no hurry and there's no hakuna reward unapata for having a baby early or making a rushed decision of having a baby. Financial capability should be a very strong factor when considering having a baby. I don't think I had enough information of how much that plays a big role, but it does. So usiseme money, that it counts a lot more than most of the other. Actually, I think it should be your primary concern that you have enough money. So another thing that someone said as an assumption is that pregnancy is the hardest part of a woman's life, and I will say 70-30. Yes, 70-30 because I haven't gone through motherhood, I've only gone through pregnancy fully. Sija complete kwa mom. I have like 18 more years to do this, but it currently it tops the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. Pregnancy tops it. Just pregnancy itself, it comes with a lot. Mentally, physically, financially, it comes with a lot. Also living with fear your whole pregnancy life, then living with fear after pregnancy, it's just a lot. Yeah, so I would say currently it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, being pregnant, because inachukua almost your whole year. You barely have enough time kwa sababu sasa after they call those first 3 months pia after the baby comes, the 4th trimester, kwa sababu it still changes happening and this person is still fairly dependent on you, kama venye ana depend on you akiwa in your womb. Yes. So something else that someone else told me was an assumption is that when you have painful period cramps, labor pain will be manageable, and that's the biggest, fattest lie ever told. The biggest lie you will ever be told. For me, I've had very painful period cramps to the extent where I never used to think it was normal, especially growing up now and getting more information from people and learning that you're not supposed to feel pain that much during nini. So I don't think ilifanya the period pain ikakuwa any more manageable. It didn't. Honestly, it did not. Yes. So something else I learned during pregnancy is that cervical checks are painful, and there are actually things called cervical checks. So I don't know. I know it has been mentioned somewhere in my life that a woman needs to be dilated 10 centimeters in order to give birth vaginally, but I don't know if you guys understand how big 10 centimeters is. I'll insert it here. And the fact that they have to check with their fingers, like there is no tool to use. I don't even think using a tool will be any better. But yes, I never knew how painful cervical checks would be, or that I would require cervical checks. Something else I did not know until I was pregnant is the bump, your pregnancy bump is heavy. It is quite heavy, and I know you see women, a lot of these things, now that I think about it, I should have known, kwa sababu I see it all over, but the bump, especially when it drops, it becomes quite heavy for you, like very heavy. Yeah. Another thing is insomnia, the insomnia that comes with pregnancy. So we all talk about having insomnia at some point in our lives where we can't sleep, uko on TikTok till 4 a.m. in the morning. But it's different when you're actually tired and need to sleep, but your body won't let you. And pia the discomfort that you feel won't let you. So it is bad, especially in the 3rd trimester. Something else that I ended up also knowing while being pregnant is that you have like 10 good weeks only kwa hiyo pregnancy, and that's in the 2nd trimester, and unaweza kuwa na complications ukose hata those 10 good weeks in your pregnancy. 2nd trimester is the only time naweza sema in my pregnancy I could relax enough to enjoy the pregnancy, kwa sababu in my 1st trimester I was fatigued. I've not done anything, I am just tired and sleepy the whole time. And then you get a burst of energy in your 2nd trimester and utilize that time well, enjoy your pregnancy at that time. And then in the 3rd trimester, now you're tired with a reason, because this little human being now is weighing a lot. And in a chokesha, you get tired, like physical, like you see the way when you walk, you're tired, like that now. Something else that someone commented as an assumption is that in the beginning, babies' kicks feel like butterflies, or alisema butterflies, I think so, and they get stronger towards the end. That's not a myth, that's not an assumption, it's true. It's because of how tiny they are when they start kicking, when you start feeling their kicks, because they kick a lot earlier. But when you start feeling their kicks, it literally feels like butterflies in your stomach. The way una feeling ukiwa anxious sometimes, or when that special someone anakuongelesha. But as they grow bigger, the kicks become painful. Okay, uncomfortable, because doctors don't like the word painful. They become uncomfortable, and yes. Something I didn't learn is that labor pain do not feel like period cramps in any way. I had a lot of people telling me, it's like very intense period cramps. My period cramps were intense before, and they do. I think what they mean by this is, you see, when you're having period cramps, kuna time you have the pain comes a lot, alafu ina disappear for a few minutes, where you have uko na time ya kujiput in the next weird position to brace yourself for the next one. Maybe here to know the only similarity na period pain, but that pain has no similarity. Your pain, your labor is just some weird ass pain that is very hard to explain. Yes, something else I didn't learn, I didn't know about pregnancy and delivery is you will either tear or they'll perform an episiotomy on you. So imagine, in all our years of science and biology, no one mentions this. And I think it's very important. It's a very important piece of information. Not everybody tears, by the way. There are people who make it through with no tear, they're not cut. But why did I have to find this out while pregnant? Yeah, so you tear, like your vagina tears, and there are different type of tears, and different type of tears zina require different type of stitches. Yeah, so you can tear, and sometimes the doctor anaona tu kuna away the baby haezi fit kwa the canal vizuri, so anakukata mwenyewe. It is not painful. They inject you with anesthesia, dawa ya uchungu. They inject you beforehand so you don't feel much pain. But I really wish I had that information before getting pregnant. Also, something else I didn't know, and this should have come huko mwanzo, is that kuna kuanga na some spotting. A lot that they say it is not normal, but it is not something you should worry about. In nature, implantation bleeding, it comes huko mwanzo, and you might mistake it for your period if you are actually pregnant. So unaweza kuwa you're waiting around for your period and you're pregnant, and then you get your implantation bleeding. Mbona naongea hivyo? And then you get your kidogo implantation bleeding, inaweza kufanya ufikirie your period has started and it hasn't. Yes. So there is something called implantation bleeding. Oh, another, and I think it will be my last assumption, is that your water lazima i-break before labor or during labor, or even utajua uko in active labor. Like I said in my labor and delivery video, my water haiko i-break. I don't think hata say if I get pregnant again and my water broke, nitajua it's my water breaking, or probably nitajua, but my water never broke. Ilitobolewa just minutes before baby came out. So si lazima itoboke on its own. Na pia from the content I had consumed, now I know si lazima itoke hivi kama the way we see it on TV, like a balloon bursting, then all the water falling out. No, it can come out in a trickle, like you're peeing yourself continuously, pole pole hivo. And so yes, I think that's all for this video. If I do get more, include kwa things I'll be learning about motherhood as I go. And yes, I think that's all. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and that's all for today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now we will click here the bell thing down there to get a notification every time I post, and it feels so good to be back. Please don't get bored. Continue liking and sharing and commenting, and I love you guys so much. Bye. So Sorry. So the other thing I didn't know would happen is that my body will start producing milk in the second trimester. So let me say second, because my colostrum started coming out. Yes. The second assumption is that your milk will come in after baby amekuja, or rather I didn't know you can start producing milk before you deliver. So for me, at 14 weeks, just a few days before I went for my first clinic, there was some whitish substance on my breast nipples, and I ended up pressing it and it came out watery, and I was really worried. I thought something was wrong, but when I asked the nurse, she just said it's my milk, that I should be happy that when baby comes I wouldn't have to worry. I don't know if you can hear them. My baby is in the other room with the nanny. Okay. So she told me I should be glad that I don't have to worry. Kama nitakuwa
Gloria.
Muna interrupt? Yes. So she said I should be glad that at least I don't have to worry whether my baby will get milk when I deliver or not. So yes, my milk started not coming in, because ni colostrum really, that first yellowish milk that usually comes out, but it can come. So the other thing is something else I didn't know would happen is that my body will start producing milk that early. So my colostrum started coming in at around 15 weeks.